Riha, welcome stream everyone. Nom, nom, nom. Nom, 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 nom. It is Final Fantasy XIV Day. Nom, nom, nom. Riha, welcome, welcome. But before we start playing 14, we have beaver meat food. I was gonna say Canada, but then sauerkraut. Oh, also, Riha, Rhinus. I don't think I said Riha. Riha. But it's not like any sauerkraut enjoying nations colonized any bit of North America. And Tariha. Maybe US then. Yeah, those beavers. Long-standing culinary tradition of utilizing wild game. Or do they have beavers in Europe? Yeah, Canada was my first guess. But this is throwing me off. So it is Europe. Somehow. Johnny Bitty Ha. How are you this on time? I'm always on time, what are you saying? Must be one of the Baltic countries. Or possibly Sweden. Although I think the direction would be different for Sweden. Alright. Which one is the southernmost Baltic country again? Is it Latvia? Ah! Lithuania is the southernmost Baltic country. Every time. Lithuania, Latvia, Estonia. Lilae. Lilae. Huh, interesting tea. Hot and tea. Up. India ascended. Yeah, I think so. Tea, water, milk, sugar, ginger, cardamom, clove, cinnamon. Black pepper, fennel seeds. This one doesn't seem like it, but apparently in India they have these like single-use pottery. Teacups. They just use once and throw out. Like really thin and kind of small teacups. But this is actually, it kind of looks like a multi-use, non-disposable one. Yeah, I don't have a better guess than India. So it might be a little more Western. It is indeed. India. Masala chai. Masala refers to a blend of spices. Cardamom, cinnamon, and ginger, and cloves. And peppercorns. India disposable teacup. Curry. A cooler, or simply bar. Sometimes called shikora, is a traditional handleless pottery cup from South Asia that is typically undecorated and unglazed and is meant to be disposable. Almost never reused. Bazaars and food stalls in the Indian subcontinent traditionally served hot beverages such as tea and coolers, which suffused the beverage with an earthly aroma that was often considered appealing. Yogurt and hot milk with sugar, as well as some regional desserts such as kulfi, are also served in coolers. Critics countered that the railways would need to dispose of about 1.8 billion coolers a year, which would mean heavy fuel consumption in the towns with associated pollution. Topsoil depletion at a rate of 100 acres per state per day. There were also some vendors' complaints that because coolers absorb liquids to some extent, buyers have to be given more tea per serving in a cooler than in a disposable plastic cup. Anyway, that was masala chai, and lastly we have Milo powder, condensed milk, hot water, ice, Milo powder again for topping, and sugar. Popular beverage that combines iced Milo. European looking garden. So possibly Australia. Warm. Northwest. Apparently I was hugely mistaken by the European, quote-unquote, European-looking garden. Eh, northwest of Australia. Milo's pretty great. I prefer it to Nesquik. Has a more complex taste than syrupy chocolate. Yeah, I like it. Actually, one of the Aussie VTuber, rest in peace, well, not dead, but graduated. VTuber used to talk about Milo quite a bit. So Australia, well, that's why I guessed Australia, but it's not. It's also popular in Southeast Asia. Warm from Australia, so maybe Singapore. Malaysia and Singapore. Milo dinosaur. Why dinosaur? Developed in 1934, Milo was originally formulated in Australia and quickly gained... Oh, it was formulated in Australia. Quickly gained popularities in countries like Malaysia and Singapore. Due to its nutritional. Energy boosting. Why they drink that? Because it's delicious. Not bad. 2,000 points. Almost 2,000 points higher than the average. Thank you, Glucose. I like how Canada was the top guess. I should have doubted myself though. With sauerkraut. Top guess Australia. Anyway, pretty good day. You know what? I'm gonna go mix some Milo before I get into 14. I will BRB. Enjoy the 14. Dawntrail trailer, I guess. BRB. Alright, let's check out my new rod. Alright, I'm gonna do it. Bum, 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 bum. I don't actually remember how it goes. After that, Genocide TV. Big Mac. Oh no, I had to do a controlled descent. I had to do a controlled descent, like do like attacks or something, or jumps. No! What? I didn't know that one did a range. Oh my god, the golem shot me from the fort!
Oh no,
I was like, wait, the Dragonkin soldier doesn't have a range attack, and then fucking golem was like looking at me with his bow drawn. Or like already pulled.
He was just snickering in the distance.
I am not enjoying my time here. Chicken tender, ready for fry. Anyway, I am tired. It's been 1 hour and 30 minutes of Rial dozing on screen. Now Rial gets to doze off screen. That looks like a bear from the side. I should have known. Honestly, he probably single-handedly cost the game. Ooh, PKG PK Jinsan. Yeah. It's probably gonna be at least 600-700. If there are any side effects, you can just report me. Relax. Wait, what? That is kind of cool. And kind of concerning. Don't drink it just yet. Yeah, I need one. Me too. As long as my summon doesn't die to this. Please don't go in there, you're gonna get rotted. Tadaima. Taco. Real taco moment. Daha taco. No taco here, but I also brought back 2 more slices of pizza. As well as the Milo. Mozart Milo. Oh yeah, the plant that I planted at NEA HQ died because I forgot to water it. So I was trying to replace it, but I can't find any seed. Who's a Chinese gacha waifu now? Nice dress. Yeah, this empty spot right there. I should plant more flax. Flax seed. Should have equipped it with Cyber Berserker. Yeah, that'd be nice if I could put those on plants. Imagine having your soul harvested to resurrect someone's garden shrub. I imagine maybe plant ether will be enough for that. I don't see any flex seed. What could it be called? I need PSU here. I guess for now I'll just plan something else. Sure, lavender. Anyway, what do you mean by who's a Chinese gacha waifu now? Topsoil. Topsoil. There hasn't been any new character introduced yet, because we literally finished 7.3 last stream. Topsoil. You're a very elaborate dress Rivals fan, so that's what you meant. Yeah, that does have that Chinese gacha vibe, huh? 아론입니다. The crop is doing well. Hey. The next quest starts in Solution 9. Hello friends, it's been all of 4 days since we last saw. At the end of last stream, we found out that there's an Ashian who's been working with Calyx. Alphino has something he wishes to tell you. Please be voiced. I even enabled the zoom in anticipation. Please be voiced.
カリクスとの戦いを経て
Nice.
黒いレギュレーターをめぐる混乱は収束したと言えそうだね。希望者に対する個人の記憶変換もつつがなく進んでいる。こうしてアレクサンドリアに平穏が訪れた今、皆に話しておきたいことがあるんだ。
私とアルフィノはそろそろトラル大陸を断とうと思っているの。第9世界から転移してきたアレクサンドリアのことを各国へ伝えに行くためにもね。それを終えたらまたガレマルドの復興を手伝うつもりよ。こっちで得た経験や学んだこと、考えたことをしっかり活かしながらね。
だが未だ気がかりな問題が残っている。カリクスはイデアを創造し神おろしを成した。アシエンの介入があったことは疑いようもない。だとすればこの国での動向を調べておく必要はあるだろう。
その件に関してはこちらに残る面々で探っておくわ。麻痺症状とテンパードの治療にも区切りがついて、私も次の調査に移ろうと思っていたところだし。
ありがとう。どうかよろしく頼むよ。何かあればすぐに連絡してくれ。
俺だ。トライアラから出発するところなんだが、沖の船へ向かう前に。
Oh, you know what? I should have done a comparison. Let's do a comparison of my no reference drawings to the characters.
続けてればどこかで会うこともあるだろうさ。そういうわけで、またそのうちに。
Or should I save that for the 200 stream? Maybe I'll save that for the 200 stream.
Ah, オタクもな。おい、やめろ。急に何を。
いや、割り込んじまって悪いな。ここを離れる前に一報入れるって言うから感心してたら、本当に連絡するだけしてとっとと船に乗ろうとしやがった。私がこの水くせえ白状者を足止めしとくからさ。 出港まで時間もあるし、みんなで見送りに来てやってくれよ。
Goodbye, Wuklamot.
もうエレンビルさんたらラマチが引き止めてくれてよかったわ。
せっかくだから私たちも彼と同じ船に乗るとしようか。3人での船旅というのもなかなか楽しそうだ。
はあ？荷造り終わってないんですけど。
君のことだ。ある程度はまとめてあるのだろ。
はあ、もう仕方ないわね。分かったわよ。急いでやればいいんでしょ。で、ユルスたちへのお土産はどうするのよ。
ああ、それならいくつか見つかる。
あの二人なんだかんだで息の合った兄弟よね。
ついでに伝えておくと、俺とクルル、それとヤシトラは
Yeah, I definitely
もう
got
しばらく
Yashala
こっち
pretty
に残るつも
close.
りなんだ。
目的はもちろん例の鍵の調査よ。あなたたちが捜索したプリザベーションの研究施設に手がかりがあったのでしょう。
施設のことはシェールさんが再調査を進めているはずよ。まずはその状況を確認するところからかしら。エレンビルたちの見送りにはきっとシェールも行きたがると思うんだ。調査状況を聞きがてら彼女のことを誘ってみようよ。
Okay. Good job, Wuklamot, for catching Erinville. So he doesn't run off. The question is, why are they taking the boat if they are already attuned to the Otherites? Is it because it's cheaper? I suppose Alize and Alfino don't have the Scion coffer to work out of anymore. What news, Riel? Can't imagine you brought an entourage along to simply say hello. That eager to be on their way, are they? I'll join you. I owe them thanks on behalf of Oblivion, after all. And there I thought you would protest against being parted from your work. While I am curious to see what emerges once every piece of the puzzle's in place, the majority of the files we've unearthed are encrypted. There's little else I can do until the computers finish with them. Besides, unlike our friends, Containment Complex 10-29 isn't going anywhere. In other words, we won't be getting any answers tonight. Afraid not, it's going to be a while yet. And shall we depart for Chulai forthwith? Even Lama T's strength has its limits. I don't know. If she like bear hugs you, I don't think you can go anywhere. Tiger hugs you. Without further delay then. Daha said something. Nostalgia looking at me expectantly. I will do your quest later. Looks like a dungeon. Pandora Hari Ha, how are you doing on this fine Wednesday evening? Oh, is that the closest? No closer. Ethernet crystal. Belongs to the museum. Feeling as Tony the Tiger says, great. Gosh, I haven't seen. That's like Tony the Tiger. That's Post cereals. Hope you're too, and as always, you look wonderful. Thank you, thank you. I wanted to nap before the stream today, but couldn't quite have the time to nap. So I might be a little tired. We'll see. I wish you all would not make such a fuss. I'm not fond of emotional partings. At least Alphino and Alize were considerate enough to inform me of their plans in advance by Link Pearl. Some people we know would have burst out of a crate mid-voyage. In any event, I shall wait here until they finish their preparations. Not too late for an extended break. No. Look
すっかり元気そうね。怪我が後を引いてないようでよかったわ。
おかげさまでな。政務の方にも復帰し始めたとこだ。
Please take care of yourself and rest plenty. Thank you. I don't know why I woke up so early today. I went to bed at like what, 12 I think, and woke up at 5.
それは忙しそうだね。コーナ王とグルージャも元気にしているのかい？
Oh yeah, Gluja's here
コーナ兄さん
training.
は視察で国内を巡ることになってさ、今後の政策を考えるためにも各地で意見交換をする予定だ。
Whoppa! Off to survey our nation and its peoples. He wants to consult with the local representatives and hear their thoughts on our policies.
で、グルージャは早速剣の稽古に励んでるぜ。私といる時間より幽連隊に混ざってる時間の方がよっぽど長いくらいだ。
この場所に立つとトライオラに到着した日を思い出すね。継承の儀がもう随分と前のことのようだよ。
そこから始まったんだよな。親父とゾラージャ兄さんのことも、アレクサンドリアと戦王スフェーンのことも。継承の儀の協力者として来てもらってからここまでいろいろと力を貸してくれてありがとな。
Yeah, you better open up your Chilailao's treasure.
私はいや、トライオラ連王国は
I think 20 million gil per scion should do. You just gotta raise taxes by 1% for 1 year. You can cover that easy. You can do that for me, right, Wuklamat? Just 1%. For the entire nation of Chilailau, we owe you a greater debt than we can ever repay. Exactly.
だからさ、困ったことがあったら頼ってくれよな。トライオラはいつだってお前らの味方だ。
So here's a lifetime supply of tacos for Graha. The real treasure is the friends we made along the way. But I want money. That doesn't mean we can't try. Whenever you need an ally, we'll stand with you. So she's leaving it to future herself.
改めてお礼を伝えさせて。目覚めたばかりの私に寄り添って。
Oh yes, Fen, you should open up your Alexandrian coffer as well for us.
何よりアレクサンドリアへ手を差し伸べてくれたこと、感謝してもしきれないぐらいだよ。それから長年私たちを苦しめてきた病を癒してくれて本当にありがとう。
Ah, she's so pretty.
必ずまたこっちに来るわ。二人もみんなもどうか元気でね。
俺がウクラマトに紹介したばっかりに迷惑をかけたな。
Real consume emote never.
だが
Simply just make
オ
do
タクが
with
手を貸してく
the
れたから
burger
こそ
emote.
俺はもう一度あいつと向き合う機会を得られた。
Real bonk, real consume. I still haven't decided the emote. New emote. The illustration is done. And I feel no remorse, only gratitude, for without your aid, I would not have had the chance to say goodbye. That was just me alt-tabbing right now, but let me know if there are any actual audio issues. I reinstalled the driver yesterday. I feel like I've never really had many audio issues while playing 14. I should boot up Black Mesa maybe later. Has 14 always had this much this shallow depth of field in cutscenes? I feel like that's new to Dawntrail. Yeah, I don't remember seeing that either. Is that the same potato?
Oh, そうだ。タタルがこちらのことを心配しているようだったから、船が向こうに着いたら彼女のところにも寄っておくよ。
タタル。
ええ、そうしてあげてちょうだい。あなたたちの顔を見たらタタルも安心できるでしょうから。
A balm for her worry-laden heart.
皆さん、どうかお気をつけて。それから良い旅を。
良い
カフキ
旅を。
ワが世話になった。オブリビオンの連中にもよろしく伝えてくれ。
Oh, they kind of sound similar, eh? Oklamat and Sven.
よし。
You're waiting for something to explode. Cutscene going on too long.
私も自分の仕事に戻るとするか。
お互い頑張ろうね、ウクラマト。
I like when cutscene goes on for too long, especially when it's voiced. Means I don't have to read as much.
またこっちに来た時にでも改めてトライオラを案内させてくれ。お前らとの旅は本当に終わっちまったんだな。
Not so fast, says Calyx, not dead yet.
私はこの旅を一生忘れない。
ああ、ウクラマト様発見。
Bright boy. Boy.
幽霊隊の人たちが探してたよ。
教えてくれてありがとよ。
早く行かないと。武王が立ち会いをしに来るってみんな張り切ってるんだから。
じゃあそういうわけだからまたな。
I like Dawntrail.
みんな行ってしまったな。
ええ。それぞれの旅路へ。ね。
Nor as much as Endwalker and Shadowbringer, but because it's my first time playing it, like on stream, you're probably seeing me more like interested. Mexico saved, tacos savored. Now it's our turn to take the next step. Thought it said ship. Wait, we're going to the next ship? Might as well. We should have just gone with Aaronville and Co. Alpacas. Mofu food. Lizard slain. The question is, in what direction? And that is a matter I should like to discuss with you. Waifu pulled. Waifu slain. And then waifu pulled. Through the thunder. Kurudu has a proposal to me. If I may, I think it prudent to discuss our future plans elsewhere. We're liable to hinder the dock workers if we linger. I mean, we don't look that in the way. Perhaps the beach would be a more appropriate venue. Voice again.
自然が豊かだね。
Yeah, an endless fan was trying to attack it.
どこまでも続く広大な海に日々様変わりする空。初めて目の当たりにした時は心底驚きましたよ。記録の中でしか知らないものばかりでしたから。それに空と海の境、水平線でしたか。あれの先にも人が暮らす土地があるなんて不思議な心地です。
私たちはトラル大陸出身ではないから、まさにあの水平線の向こうから来たのよ。って思っていたのだけどね。クルルは私やシェールと同じ第9世界って呼ばれてるところの出身だったんだよね。当たり前に生きてきたこの世界ではない別の世界の出身だなんて聞かされても最初は実感がなかったわ。だけどリビングメモリーでドア人となった両親に出会ってようやく当事者としての自覚が芽生えたというか、目覚めた時の私と同じだね。
みんなが聞かせてくれた話に対して実感が湧いたのは街を歩いて自分自身で体感した時だったから。
I wonder if that means her reflection. Her... The person who shares the same soul. The native of Source is still somewhere to be found then. What happens if they run into each other? Does one of them explode? Like when you run into your own doppelganger? Your experience is not unlike mine.
So それ以来、自分の出自とちゃんと向き合うためにも、第9世界やミララ族のことをもっと知りたいと思っていたの。
Antimatter doppelganger. Like, we've met Artbert, but Artbert was already dead. Like, he was just a ghost already when we ran into him in the first. So, neither he nor I exploded, but what happens if you meet a living reflection of yourself? Explode mentioned. For me to embrace mine, I need to learn more about my people, the Milala.
鍵の調査を進めていけば、おのずとそうなるんじゃないかとも考えていたのだけれど、研究施設の再調査にはまだ時間が必要って話だったでしょ。
It's always funny hearing Japanese kanji that I recognize immediately, as it sounds basically the same as Korean pronunciation of the same hanja. 조사, 조사, 재조사,再조사, 조사, 재조사.
だから改めて別の方向から第9世界について調べてみてもいいかしら。
제9 세계,第9世界.
俺は異論なしだ。これから何を調べるにしても、あの世界に関する知識は役に立つはずだからな。
私も同意見よ。アシエンの痕跡を探るためというのはもとより、個人的な好奇心としても興味をそそられるもの。
そういうことなら私も協力できると思う。あっちの世界のことなら説明できることもあるし。もともとのアレクサンドリアはあっちの霧の大陸って呼ばれてる場所にあったんだ。
La Nochea?
その全土を巻き込んだ戦いがみんなも知ってる来航大戦。大国が次々に崩壊していく中で最後まで国の体裁を保てたのはアレクサンドリアだけだった。
確か来航大戦の末期、世界的に雷属性が強まって各地で災害が発生したのよね。
戦争による勝敗というより、その災害で他国は崩壊した。城から持ち帰ってきた本にもそんな話が書かれていたな。
アレクサンドリアの城下町もただでは済まなくて、オーティスと一緒に
飛空艇でみんなの救助に向かったんだけど、結局少なくない犠牲が出てしまったんだ。そんな環境下で生きるために、私たちの国は障壁の中へと引きこもった。他国からの難民を可能な限り受け入れながら、ただガバメントの出入国管理システムによると、ほんのわずかではあるけど障壁の外と行き来する人もいたみたい。
So that was like 1600s, 100 years ago, I think, when some Korean people from Baekje, mostly Baekje dynasty, crossed over to roughly 16, I don't know the exact years, but like a long time ago. And I imagine the Korean language was quite different back then. Like English from like 500 AD probably sounds nothing like modern English. When is Beowulf from? Isn't the story of Beowulf from like around the same time? But yeah, no, I don't think it's a modern convergence either. I suppose that's how far they've diverged over the 1600 years. The date of composition is a matter of contention among scholars. The only certain dating is for the manuscript, which was produced between 975 AD and 1025 AD. So that's for Beowulf, right? 975, 1025. And then originally from 5th or 6th century. Yeah, probably this about the similar time. If you try to read the original Beowulf script, it almost makes no sense. Let's look at it after this cutscene's over. Despite the dangerous environment, our systems show that there were some few souls who ventured outside the barrier into the lands beyond.
アレクサンドリアの他にも人里が残っていたということ？私、ドームの外は災害の影響で崩壊してしまって、人が生きられない環境になったとばかり。
Simply carry around a gigantic lightning pin. Lightning, not a pin, what is it called? Rod. Lightning rod.
僕も記録で見た程度ですが、災害直後はまさしく壊滅状態だったようですよ。そこからあえて障壁の外で暮らすことを選んだ人たちが何を思い、どれほどの苦労をしたのかは想像を絶するものがあります。
Fake lightning gun. I don't remember it. I think I've played a bit of Quake of Friends before, but never played it myself. Or like never on my own computer.
災害から400年以上。
今の時代まで残り続けている集落があるとすれば、
Quake Arena
どう
03,
に
I
か生
think.
活は確立できているんだろうけど、
アレクサンドリアが原初世界に来てしまった以上、霧の大陸の現状はわからないわね。
どうにかして確認する方法はないものかしら。リビングメモリーは第9世界に取り残されている。あそこから昇降機や転移装置で地上へ降りられたらいいのだけど。
Yeah, I didn't think it is amazing. Call of Duty 1, on the other hand, I thought was amazing.
エバーキープ周辺がこちらへ転移してなお上空にあるのなら、もともとあの層は浮遊してた。
Not back in World War II era.
だとしたら物理的に仮想とつながっていなくても行き来できる移動手段があるかもしれないか。
現地の機械兵は設備のメンテナンスも担ってるはずです。スペーン様から彼らに問い合わせれば何か聞けるかもしれませんね。
そういうわけで行ってみる？
可能性があるのならぜひお願いしたいわ。できればあなたにも来てもらえると心強いのだけれど、同行を頼んでもいいかしら。
I would hate to see you obliterated by some lightning beast. Wow. Anything for you, just say the word. That's so mean. Surely something will explode if we go there.
ありがとう。そう言ってもらえるととっても嬉しいわ。
Alright, let's take a look at the original. Onward to new explosions. Beowulf. It's illegible. I was looking at the Wikipedia page. Let's see. What? We Gardena in Irdagum. Petsinninga from Gefrunen. Huda appellingas ellen Fremden. Oft sifing Sifina Priatum. Wow, some very Latin sounding. A monogam magpum modosetla oftith. Exod Erlus. Sigden erest werd Peseft finden he pass Profragebad. Books under Wolknum. Wordimindum Pa. I don't know how to pronounce it. Ba. I guess it's like between B and P. Odvat him agvik para. I give up. Let's see if there's a translation. And this is from 975, not even like the OG. Translation. First page of Elf in Cotton. Okay, here we go. Hut we guard na in Gerdagam Pedisinninga from Gafernun. How much we of Spearda this Speardanes in days gone by of kings the glory have heard. In days gone by the glory have heard. English professor reading. I wonder if the reading actually sounds more like English.
What way gar dana in yar dagum feud kuninga thrimye frunan hutha athalingus ellen fremidon oft shield shaving shadan a threatum
Freatum. Oh, it's more like PH.
Egg so de erlas suthan arist
Suthan.
fashaft funden Hethas frovra jebad weox under woknum weorth mundum tha
Sounds very German. I guess it is a Germanic language.
O that him aig wilch thara setindra over hron rade huran shulde gomban yildan.
Shulde?
That was god kuning. Them avra was, after Kenneth, young in yardum, thunny god sende fokid frovre. Fear in tharve onyad, that he drugon aldor laze longe wile. Him thas lifre wodres walden, wordare foriaf. Beo was breme, blad wide.
Wait, how did he read that?
Beo was breme.
Doesn't even say wolf. Bale was Breme. Interesting. Anyway. So yeah, I imagine Korean, ancient Korean also sounded pretty different. He's been working on this for a long while. What am I looking for? The Yayoi people? The Yayoi period is one of the major historical periods of the Japanese archipelago. It's generally defined as the era between the beginning of food production in Japan and the emergence of keyhole-shaped burial mounds. Chronologically, it spans from around 10th century BC to the mid-3rd century AD. Yayoi people with the hair and the pants. And here I thought you were going to mention Yayoi people with their Yayoi hands. Following the Jomon period, which is characterized by a hunter-gatherer economy, the Yayoi period marked the transition to a productive economy based on wet rice agriculture in the latter half of the late Yayoi period. Around 1st century AD, large regional powers emerged throughout western Japan, including Tokai and Hokuriku regions. By the end of 2nd century, the political entity known as Wakoku had formed. It is generally considered that the Yayoi period transitioned into the Kovan period around the mid-3rd century, although the precise starting point of the Kovan period remains debated among scholars. From an archaeological perspective, the term Yayoi people refers collectively to agricultural migrants from the Korean peninsula and regions to the south, such as the South Pacific, who arrived during the Yayoi period, does not denote a single ethnic group. These migrants gradually assimilated with the indigenous Jomon population, forming the foundation of the modern Japanese people. The degree of Yayoi cultural influence varied by region. Kyushu, Okinawa, and Tohoku region retained stronger Jomon traits, while Kansai and Shikoku exhibited more pronounced Yayoi characteristics. During this period, Japan largely transitioned to a more settled agricultural society, adopting methods of farming and crop production that were introduced to the country initially in the Kyushu region from Korea, including millets and rice. Stone harvesting knives similar to those found on the Korean peninsula appeared at the beginning of the Yayoi period. The earliest archaeological evidence of the Yayoi period is found in the northern Kyushu. On northern Kyushu, though that is still debated, Yayoi culture quickly spread to the main island of Honshu, mixing with the native Jomon culture. The name Yayoi is borrowed from a location in Tokyo where pottery of the Yayoi period was first found. Yayoi pottery was simply decorated and produced using the same coiling technique previously used in Jomon pottery. Yayoi craft specialists made bronze ceremonial bells, do-taku, mirrors, and weapons. In the 1st century AD, people began using iron agricultural tools and weapons. Northern Kyushu is the part of Japan closest to the Asian mainland. Oh, that's pretty elaborate. I wonder if they made this using a mold. Oh, interesting. According to several linguists, Japonic or Proto-Japonic was present on large parts of the southern Korean peninsula. These peninsular Japonic languages, now extinct, were eventually replaced by Koreanic languages. Similarly, women suggest that the Yayoi are not related to the Proto-Koreans. Rather that they, Yayoi, were present on the Korean peninsula during the Mumun pottery period. According to him and several other researchers, Japonic Proto-Japonic arrived in the Korean peninsula around 1500 BC and was brought to the Japanese archipelago by Yayoi wet rice farmers at some time between 700 and 300 BC. Aww. I wonder how mainstream this is. This theory. The golden seal said to have been granted to the king of Wa, king of Na in Wo. Nanokuni was a state which was located in and around modern-day Fukuoka. Emperor Wangu of Han granted Nakoku an imperial seal, patterned after the Chinese jade seals but made of gold. Infinity Katie Hadi Ha. The seal was later discovered over 1500 years later by an Edo period farmer on a Kanoshima island. On the hill that commands a view of Hakata Bay, two farmers found the golden seal in 1784. The area was developed into a park to commemorate the discovery and designated Kinnin Park. According to Chinese chronicles, about 2,000 years ago, the Emperor Guangwu of Han, a dynasty of Yushu. The founding emperor of the Chinese Eastern Han Dynasty. This Korean reading. 강무제. 운숙. 유수. I semi-recently read a modernized retelling of the Romance of the Three Kingdoms. And Emperor Shan, Yu Xie, was made into such a pretty boy. What rabbit hole are you going down now? So I was saying I always find it interesting when in the voice acted parts of 14, when the Japanese VAs say kanji, kanji words, some of them sound so similar to Korean hanja reading. So I went down the rabbit hole of When did Korean people from Baekje move over to Japan? And then apparently that was like 200 AD or so. So over 1800 years ago. And despite that, still the Hanja and the Kanji readings sound so similar sometimes. And I find that interesting. And then I read about a king from that time receiving a golden seal from China. Yamatai. Capital Yamato. Modern day Nara. Yamate. Yama. Eh. It? Describing the place as the domain of priest Queen Himiko. Archaeologists have debated where Yamatai was located and whether it is related to the later Yamato. Mantariba. Da-da. Anyway, back to 14. My rabbit hole was so deep, my controller turned off from idling. Now that's settled, I'd best be off. I still need to check for decryption errors periodically, so I can only step away for so long. With luck, I'll have plenty to share the next time we meet. Until then, let the rest of us make ready for a potential foray and meet at Laynode Demo. This cleric has made itself available to answer our questions. We done the waifu tier list yet? Wait, I was gonna do a waifu tier list? No, I haven't. Cleric PX0093. If one wished to descend to the surface from here, how would they typically do so? Living Memory is currently detached from Everkeep and is operating independently while supported by its aerial suspension systems. Thus, both Swift and Laynode-based transit is currently unavailable. I apologize for the inconvenience. Despite its ability to remain aloft, perhaps Living Memory was never intended to function in this state indefinitely. If so, we're out of luck. Not necessarily. Lifts and Laynodes were likely the preferred modes of transportation, but that does not preclude existence of others. All 14 NPCs, 7.1. Female NPC. That is a lot of characters. We should do this on Saturday. That's what we should do. By the way, Just that is it. That is all for now. I don't know if you guys even recognize her, but that's Alize's mom. Wow, they have Alize in such a cute pose too. Y'all's got it in for the moms. I mean, there's another mom. Yeah, Tubi. Why don't we just put them all in S rank and call it a day? Moms are great. 모슬님 니하. Fortunately, I don't think there's anyone that I don't recognize. Oh, they even have Livia. Let's see if I can name them all right now. Wait, I'm blanking out. What's the name? What's her name? Oh, geez. Livia. Alze, Alfino, Forshno. I blame it on the lack of sleep. Can't remember right now. Oh yeah, Melions. Melions. Olivia. 2B is in this game. I'll have to pick up 14 now. 2B collab working as intended. And then I think she's Juliana. 2B. 2P. Alze. Oh shoot, I forget her name. Azema. Oh, I also forgot her name. Oh yeah, Athena. Palkia. What's her name? Sirina. Oh, what's her name? Ramin. 가루다 말고 얘 누구야? 가루다가 아닌. 이름이 기억이 안 나요. I also forget her name. Alone, Hilda. Oh shoot, who's who again? 누가 누구였더라? 야, Barbaricia. Stream extension plan successful. We've completed one quest so far. Anyway, Shisui sisters. Heidelin. Kane. Rakushumi. Livia, Limelin, Lucina, Lucina, Lina, Lise, Memoria. No, what's her name again? 이름이 뭐더라? Not nostalgia. Melancholy. Yeah, melancholy. Menfina, Merlewib, Oh, I love her. I love her. What's her name? What is Riel in here? Riel's probably in here. Why is she in twice? Why are these in twice? Guessing she's from the Raid series. Okay, I kinda got Mion. But not exactly. My drawing was way off from this. Wicked Thunder is her name apparently. Riel is not in here. I am so disappointed. They even have Nashu in here. Big Mac. 아니 어떻게 리엘이 없지? Did I just skip her? No, she's not here. Big Mac. Wow, I don't recognize her though. The hat's looking very silly, by the way. Her, that's evil Riel, duh. There we go. This is the Final Fantasy XIV Riel. Is there a better photo of her? Or is that the good Riel? No, that was not Riel. This is the 14 Riel. Anyway, we'll do some interesting 14 related stuff on Saturday, including tier list. In the event of an emergency, how would we evacuate this facility? Consulting emergency systems. Living memories, airship remains prepared to deploy should evacuation be necessary. Would Your Majesty like to appropriate it? Airship. Yes, please, as soon as possible. With Your Majesty's authorization, the vessel can be readied for launch without delay. Allow me a moment to execute the bypass protocols. Safety tests have been successfully completed, setting the Gate of Remembrance as initial destination. Vessel is en route. Surely there will be no stalling on the way to this new land. looks like a pretty small... That's hers. I was gonna say it's small, but no, that looks very stately and magnificent. Is that my ship? It is purpose-built for living memory. However, it is modeled after the vessel Your Majesty used during the Storm Surge era. A replica. Still, it does me good to see it. It's not small, it's perfectly normal sized airship. I didn't even say it's big. The average Alexandrian airship is about 20 foot long. I will deploy the gangway for boarding. This way, please. We embellish it with a few gamer features. No, I think it is already like that because it's powered by electro. In order to reach the surface, we must pass through the storm clouds. I advise you to brace for turbulence. And then Wool's airship crashed and Wool died. End of story. Anyway, size doesn't matter. Some people prefer small. It's the motion of the air, not the size of the ship. The word Alice gave me is reacting. Though not to the extent of the 13th, the etheric imbalance here is severe indeed. Does serve to impress upon one the marvel of the barrier. Which pretty cure is that accessory from? It's what's an unused adjective? Rambunctious cure. The lightning heritage found is tame by comparison. The land where 11 rains. Rains? Rain mentioned. This place sucks. Everyone leaves. Wow, look at all this space we get to run around. A sovereign sight, to say the least, but I shan't turn back now that we've come this far. We're not leaving just yet. Beyond the mountains. That sounds like a Hobbit thing. Despite the ominous landscape and persistent echoes of thunder, Krita is determined to press on. There are no structures nor any other sign of survivors that I can see. I suspect the creator made this area unsuitable for habitation due to the increased risk of flooding. Then we should look farther afield. In which direction do you think we might find a settlement? If we're at the edge of Alexandrian territory now, the closest city would be Trino, should it survive. As a city-state built on the harbor, it was the nexus of trade and it remained neutral throughout the war. We Alexandrians always felt fortunate to have it in our neighborhood. So to speak. Not unlike our Razadhan. Oh yeah, Alphanos has spoken of Razadhan before. It's near the South Sea Isles, the Milala homeland, correct? Funnily enough, it is also Treno where Milala first found a home in our world. Really? Yes, and though the Milala population elsewhere grew, most continue to feel a strong connection to the city. I'd like to think that some remain there to this day. Cleric PX0093, is this ship capable of taking us to Treno? I shall run a flight simulation for the route to Treno. One moment. Simulation complete. There is a near 100% probability that the ship would suffer catastrophic mechanical failure prior to arrival due to ambient lightning. My apologies. Oh well, thank you for checking. If we cannot fly, then we shall have to walk. Raha! Treno lies beyond the mountains, but there should be routes that spare us having to climb. That cave system, for instance, assuming it hasn't collapsed, let's try there first. Wait, so where is Alexandria? In terms of like the source? If Razadhan is in their neighborhood, then are they like Garlemald? Into the 7.4 cave. Let's check it out. This tunnel appears intact. Though we have no way of knowing what it's like further in. Why don't you stay alert for these as well? Given the barren surrounds, they're surely ravenous. Oh, it's a dungeon. I do want to take Y'shtola, but I guess Kururu is more lore. I think they're both lore appropriate. What we are looking for.
いつでも準備万端だ。
Ilala. Mist Wake. I see we have some coral worms here. But I don't need to use that. I'm already next level. Can I aggro more enemies? Sure can.
すり抜けてくれるなよ。 俺がやる。 すり抜けてくれるなよ。
Dum 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 dum. Dum dum dum. Electro mine. Wow, is that a tunnel boring machine? So big. Dun, dun, dun.
すり抜けてくれるなよ。
Alright, first boss. What a dinosaur. Trano Catabola Pass. Earthquake. The fallen rocks crumble. Bum, 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 bum. Bum, 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 bum. Ah. What actually paralyzes you? Oh, that's not good. Ah! Thing difference. That paralysis attack. I was out of its AoE already. Ah, that's why I didn't see it earlier. The AoE telegraph comes way later. And we're done. Mistwalker visor offending. Ooh. Kinda like. Whoa! Densha attack. Go backside 360. Uh-oh. Oh, nothing so crazy yet for the dungeon. The previous dungeon, living room. No. Mezzo Terminal, which is much harder. Another treasure chest. Probably a materia. Oh, earring, okay. I'm glad we get to go on adventures with Span. Spending time with your waifu is a very, very important thing. Dark Gate. Interesting. Big AoEs to start off. Uh-oh. Ah! I see, the bubbles that it runs over explode. IO2. I was trying to finish it. And second boss done. Reeves of Miming. Interesting. Fellow citizen. Fortrano. Oh neat, we get our little 2 potatoes. And they don't like die off super fast like in some missions, dungeons. Okay, just stop. Eh. advanced materia. Mist Lake Spirit. Kinda feels like Castle Alamigo. I'll save my LB for the final boss. Those are some big AoEs for regular field mobs. Hey! Final boss is a griffin. Survivor of Storms, Thunder Gust Griffin. Let's give it a go. I already died this dungeon, so I'll try to not die this time. Okay, wow, ping difference. I was so within the safe zone. Oh my god, that makes me so mad. I demand a video review. Is this a knockback? Ah. Alright, halfway to LB2. Keep an eye on the storm. Okay, it's like an additional lightning horn. Okay, that's not fair. Alright, I'll be too ready. I feel like threading the needle here. And we're done. My death count would be so much lower if I were playing North American server. Hey, different victory music. Ah, old school. Pose of casting. I wish I got a top. What of the injured? Are we needed to help heal them? Arno is safe and has been all this time. No more screens. I wager that's a good sign. Whatever its flaws, a barrier. Is keeping the lightning ether at bay. Exuberant voice. And the perimeter is clear. Good work, everyone. And a big thank you to our helpers.
トレノの町、現存していたようね。想像していたよりもずっと立派な佇まいだわ。
確かに この辺りはかなり整えられてるが、町の周辺は荒れ放題のありさまだったよな。災害から時間が経っているとはいえ、これほど雷に侵された荒野で暮らしていくのは並大抵のことじゃなさそうだ。
Yeah, where's they growing food?
障壁が街を覆ってる。小規模だけどアレクサンドリアのものと似てる気がするよ。でも魔物に破られてる箇所もあったし、安全な状態ではなさそうだったね。だとしたら
まあまあ、お客人だなんて一体何年ぶりかしら。
一体何年ぶりかしら? They're all potatoes. Is that a wrinkly potato? That is indeed a wrinkly potato.
私はトレノの
Oh god, the uncanny valley is real.
同胞たちを代表してご協力に感謝を伝えさせてくださいまし。
I don't know if I've ever seen a wrinkly potato in the game until today. Interesting. I am Miali, the mayor of Trino. Allow me to welcome you to our city, and thank you for the assistance with our little monster problem just now. She looks young for her age. I mean, yes, she's looking very young for her age. Yeah.
失礼を承知でお尋ねしますけれど、もしあなた様はアレクサンドリアの
ご挨拶が遅れました。アレクサンドリアから参りましたスフェーンと申します。
と申します。
やはりもう何十年も前のことになりますが、アレクサンドリアへ向かった同胞から奇妙な連絡があったのです。
Like the intervening years, the queen has had
昔と
not
変
aged
わら
a
ぬお
day.
姿で健在であると。
That was a different span.
正直に申し上げますと半信半疑でしたのよ。けれどあなた様はまるで肖像画の中から出てこられたかのよう。どういったご事情があるのか分かりかねますが、お会いできて光栄ですわ、スヘン様。立て続けに申し訳ないのですけれども、あと一つどうしても伺いたいことがあるのです。アレクサンドリアに何が起きたのでしょう。
それは私たちの国が消えた件についてですよね。
Oh shoot, this is the nines, by the way. That kinda just hit me. Until now, Alexandria was from the nines, but we didn't visit the nines. Except for in living memory, which was like floating and kinda detached from the rest of the world. Oh yeah, this is a ninth.
ある時から同胞が音信不通になってしまって、使いの者をアレクサンドリアへ向かわせたことがあったのです。そうしましたら、障壁どころか建物の残骸すらなく、まるで空間ごと切り取られたかのように消えていたと。
Is this whole area for 9 reference? I am not sure. I have also not played 9. But I heard Alexandria was a reference to something, an old Final Fantasy. And I'm sure Treno is as well.
アレクサンドリアは障壁に囲まれた土地ごと別の場所へ転移しています。民も国も消滅したわけではありません。その点についてはどうかご安心ください。詳しいことは私から順を追って説明します。その間トレノに滞在する許可をいただけますか？
お話を伺いたいのはもちろんですけれど、何より皆様はこの町に力を貸してくださった恩人ですもの。どうぞごゆるりとなさって。
It's all 9. Interesting.
ではスウェン様は奥のタウンホールへお越しくださいまし。
五根の霊輪があるし、ここは障壁に守られているけれど、スフェンは麻痺症状を発したことがあるから体調の変化が心配だわ。
Anyway, it's cool that yes, they implemented subsurface scattering in Dawntrail. Looks pretty good most of the times.
私は彼女に付き添うから、あなたたちは街の様子を見てきてはどうかしら。
What? But I want to be with my wife.
確かにそれが良さそうだ。
Oh shoot, I thought the line was
あな
over.
たもそれで構わないかしら。
No, I want to be with my wives.
それじゃあお言葉に甘えて気を使ってくれてありがとう、ヤシトラ。
William Niha.
ミアイリ様、はじめまして。私はクルルと申します。お恥ずかしながら私はトレノのことをあまり知らなくて、復旧作業のお手伝いがてら住民の方々から町のお話を伺ってもいいでしょうか。
She looks so flabbergasted.
もちろん問題ございませんわ、クルルさん。お手伝いの方も人手が多いに越したことはありませんもの。先ほどの放送を流していた孫のルムルを訪ねてみてくださいまし。
Grandson,
今
Rumuru.
頃薬湯の配布をしているはずですわ。
ありがとうございます。ではルムルさんのところへ行ってみますね。
May now use mounts within Treno. Oh yeah, this is interesting. So since Endwalker, they've been doing a thing where instead of creating a whole new area, they just reuse the dungeon as like a new field of sort. So in Endwalker, it was the literal dungeon where we found Zero. Captured that. We freed her from her dungeon cell. And then went up like out into the castle area. We get this working on the Elf Station Extreme. Yeah, it works on the Elf box. I've mostly been playing Night Rain on the Elf box though. Runs 1440p high pretty well. Only lags when Adol does his gigantic lightning blast. Too bad you can't veer off the horse. Why, if it isn't our new friends, thanks again for making short work of our foes. If you've gone to the trouble of seeking me out, I can only assume it's for a good reason. You want me to help me? Odd, but I'll consider it. Before anything else though, I must insist you drink our signature remedy, Sleep Relax Rhapsody. Everyone's a fan. You may find it the teensiest touch too sour for your taste, but it'll set you alright. Just tip it down your throat. Sleepless Rhapsody. Flavor text? How bad could it be?
Na, どうだった？ミララ族伝統の薬湯の味は？
Traditional Mirara recipe. Shower. Cute.
なかなか刺激的な酸っぱさだろ。効果の方もしっかりあるぜ。
しっかりあるぜ。
学生時代に差し入れでもらった栄養補助ゼリーの味がするわ。甘いと思って食べたらすごく酸っぱくて。
ああ、あれな。わかる。あとは疲れてる時にライナが手配してくれた闇色シロップ。
Syrup Lina used to make black as pitch
それと同
and
じくらい
sour as sin.
とにかく強烈な酸味だった。
Though there's no better cure for fatigue.
ラハ君、人に心配かけないような生活した方がいいわよ。あら、なんだか急に疲労が取れてきたように感じるわ。
Surprise, it works!
消耗したエーテルの回復が早まってるのか。
その薬湯にはな、高ぶった精神を落ち着けてエーテルの回復を促す効能がある。あと雷属性への偏りによる悪影響も少し和らげられるんだぜ。
なるほど。 だから魔物の襲撃があった後はみんなでこれを飲むようにしているのね。
遠い昔にミララ族は自然豊かな場所で暮らしてたんだ。その頃から続いてきた伝統的な薬湯の文化が今でもトレノには根付いてるのさ。お客人方に薬湯ですっきりしてもらえたならよかったぜ。ていうわけで
よかったぜ。
ミララ族の町トレノへようこそお客
ようこ
人方。
そ。And that is it for the quest. Beyond the mountains. I forgot to introduce myself, didn't I? Well, I'm Lemuru. That was me announcing our victory earlier, and since grandmother sent you to help with repairs, you'll know I'm her grandson. I'm in charge of resolving any problems the people of Treno may have. My favorite kind of work includes taste testing menu items, carrying medium-sized objects, searching for lost possessions of immense value. Oh, and it's a pleasure to make your acquaintance. Checking out how many quests there are in 7.4. Dawntrail main scenario quest. There are 9 in total, and we did 3. Well, we only did 3, huh? I'll do one more quest. Around the city, Limita is not yet ready to release you to the sweet meditations of manual labor. Sweet meditations of manual labor. Ah, yes, the repairs. Are you certain you want to be put to work? If you've come all the way out to visit us, you must have had more important things in mind, and you've already helped protect the city. Actually, our goal was to ascertain the present state of the Mist Continent. The whole continent? Did you come from across the sea? Not exactly. We've actually come from Alexandria. Alexandria? Are you quite sure? No, sorry, of course you're sure. It'd be rude of me to doubt you. It's not every day we get visitors, let alone from a nation that up and vanished. I know that it must come as something of a shock, but this is our first time in Treno and we should like to get to know the city and its people. That is why we proposed lending a hand to those in need. I see. In that case, why don't you help distribute this remedy to the rest of our people? Ordinarily, everyone would have already come for a cup, but the fiends made quite a mess this time. It might be a while before some can step away from their work. Never fear though, even if their hands are busy, they'll be more than happy to spare a few words for fascinating folks from afar. We would appreciate that, thank you, Dumuru. You're the ones doing me a favor, honestly. Here, take this badge. I'll deliver some to Town Hall, so you can attend to those to areas you haven't seen yet. If we split up, we can spend more time speaking with the locals while ensuring everyone receives a remedy promptly. Could you each take a portion? Rest assured, I can pour liquid into a cup or whatever. I too should be glad to dole out a few servings. Wonderful, let me divide this up. Riel, why don't you make rounds of the southern part of the city? Raha and I shall tend to the north. Alright, let's go and acquire some insights. You must be one of those visitors Lomol mentioned. Odd place to be visiting though. Oh, you came to deliver the remedy. Thank you kindly. I was hauling beast carcasses in for processing and copped a good dose of discharge energy for my troubles. It brought on the Slevin sickness something fierce. Still, we don't go hunting outside the barrier, so we don't want to waste any part of the creatures that find their way in. Pelts that are highly charged with lightning ether are the most valuable, of course. Hand them with the right stuff and you can turn them into protective clothing that keeps you from getting zapped. Aw. The beasts you felled will all be put to good use. Thanks again. You're that mighty monster slayer I saw earlier. It's an honor. And you brought Sleepless Rhapsody. Bless you, I'm dead on my feet after that battle. We don't usually have that many beasts breaking through at once. Wasn't my fault, right? We didn't bring them in. Practice keeps one's skills sharp, so in a way I'm glad for it. I learned a thing or two from watching you. Oh, I can hardly wait to get to work on my grimoire. I have a number of ideas for improved geometries. The thoughtful application of new learnings is what keeps our ancestors' magic alive and flourishing. There's a fresh face if I ever saw one, and what's that in your hand? Oh, don't mind if I do. Safety inspections take priority, but the battle doesn't feel over until I've had a cup of Sleepless Rhapsody. I'm proud to say that I have some small part in preparing it too. The herbs come from my very own growery. One of the greatest discoveries of our time is that seeds carried in by invading creatures can be cultivated into remarkable plants. Plants with the potential to mitigate the lightning's effects. And with as many hives as we have this time, not to mention stomachs, it's entirely possible we'll find new varieties of herbs among our harvest. He grows a yayo. And I also need a kappa or sleepless rhapsody. But this quest is over. So yeah, that's what we wanted to do. Finish that one last quest. Between the three of us, we ought to have covered every area aside from Lummel's. One of the people I spoke with asked me to pass something along to him, but he hasn't returned yet. In the meantime, shall we discuss what we've learned? Oh, voiced.
私は薬湯を届けがてら負傷者の治療をお手伝いしてきたの。ミララ族の治癒魔法はスフェーンの魔法とそっくりだった。彼女が教えを受けた家庭教師がミララ族だったのか、あるいは第9世界では長年主流の魔法体系なのか。それに魔導書と魔文の話は魔術との類似性を強く感じる。どちらも南洋諸島の魔法体系が源流なんでしょうけど、2つの世界で同様の発展をしてきたのだとしたら興味深いわ。
クルルが在籍していた魔法学部のやつらが聞いたら我先にと論文のテーマにしそうだな。
それでラハ君はどんな話を聞けたの？
倉庫版と話してトレノの物流について教えてもらった。霧の大陸には他にもごく少数ではあるが残存している集落があるらしい。そことのやり取りは主に貨物列車でやってるそうだ。ただトレノに魔物が侵入した影響で今は途中駅に緊急停車中。安全装置が働くとしばらく動かせないらしい。あとは回路も時折使うものの総じて流通する物資は少ない。ほとんどが自給自足でどうにかやりくりしてるって話だった。
物資は限られ、環境的に麻痺症状を抱える人も少なくない。魔物は侵入してくるし、それで負傷することだってある。
Not to mention the frequent attacks on the city and the resulting casualties.
けれど話してみると誰もが前向きで、この環境と折り合いをつけながら今を懸命に生きているわ。
どんなに過酷な環境だったとしてもそこで人が生きている限り未来への希望が絶えることはない。だからこそ明日が少しでもいい日になるようにと街を整備して線路を敷いて次の世代へとつないでいくんだ。きっとそんな人々の思いが積み重なってこの街は続いてきたんだろうな。
Kung Fu, thank you for the membership redeem. Let me know when you actually want to redeem it. I'm meeting all my loot for NEA. Yes. That is part of the protocol, yeah.
トレノは たくましい町ね。
おかえりルムル。何かあったのか？
それがまずいもんをなくしちまったみたいでさ、探しながら戻ってきたんだけど見つからなくてよ。
もしかしてこれのことかしら。薬刀を届けに行った時に預かったのよ。あなたの持ち物のはずだから渡しておいてほしいって。
わあ、そうそう、それだよそれ。
それだよそれ。
助かったぜ。
助かったぜ。
その機械、探知機か何かか？
お、もしかしてこういう機器に強いタイプか？こいつは魔物探知機って言って。
魔物探知機。
ああ、だから魔物が倒されてすぐに狩りが終わったって放送を流すことができたのか。
そういうこった。魔物はもういないが、こうやって起動してやれば。
Did he break it? Broke it.
Yaばいやばいやばい、また壊したって怒られる。なあ、妹のエアネに会ってみないか？エレクトロープ技師をやってるからいろいろ話も聞けるぜ。
Hey, you want us to
その機械も妹さんが作ったも
get
の
it
なの？
fixed?
そうなんだ。ここの住民からも頼られてる自慢の妹で、怒ると怖いけどお客人が一緒ならそんなに怒られないはず。いや、手伝いが必要な作業があるかもしれないし、トレノのエレクトロープ事情も聞けるだろうからさ。
Potato computer.
頼むよ。
かわいそうだから一緒に行ってあげましょうか。
Okay, that is it for today. Quest complete. Next quest is to work. We'll do that next time. I really want to read the game, but I'm tired. I'll read the next stream. What are we even doing next stream? Friday. With Blasphemous, we're reading Higurashi. I'll try to read a chapter or two after Higurashi. It is time to ziz. Thanks for coming, everyone. I appreciate your presence and participation. Thank you. We found out that there's another city alive and well in the 9th today. So that's exciting. Can't wait to find more about Treno next time. And meet this yandere sister, I mean, regular sister, yes. Johnny Riba! Riba everyone! Thanks for coming! Matane! Take a screenshot of this area. Looks so ominous. Bye! Chinese gacha waifu real. Spy for real, Riba Pyong.